Hey guys, today I wanted to talk about spiritual abilities. If you'll notice, my nose is like kind of stuffy a little bit. I was outside and I have really bad allergies, so I ended up coming back inside. Again, the sun is setting, it's beautiful out. I'm not sure if you can hear nature because I'm inside, but I'm right next to a window, so you can probably hear the birds chirping. Anyways, I really wanted to talk today about spiritual abilities. Um, does everybody have spiritual abilities? Absolutely. Um, Without a doubt, everybody has a spiritual ability. I think there's a misconception in the spiritual community about what spiritual abilities are. Um, People like to assume that spiritual abilities means, okay, I'm clairvoyant, I can read your future, I can tell you when you're gonna die, I can tell you about your jobs. Um, People think being psychic is uh, related to being related to having spiritual abilities, which is true, definitely true. But there's so much more to spiritual abilities. Um, I'm gonna get into the more known spiritual abilities first. The four clairs. So there is clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentience, and claircognizance. These are the four major clairs. Clair means clear. So clairvoyance means clear seeing. Clairaudience is clear hearing. Clairsentience is clear feeling, and claircognizance is clear knowing. A lot of people uh, tend to believe that claircognizance is the most powerful because it's just a knowing. Um, there's not really any perceiving involved versus, let's say, clairvoyance is clear seeing. So when you're doing clairvoyance, you're clear seeing the future. You're clear seeing things. People who are clairvoyant are more inclined towards uh, seeing things visually, um, visual meditations. They see a lot of things in their heads as pictures, as scenes, versus somebody who's clairaudient. Um, that's clear hearing. So clear hearing is more so to do with uh, when you hear voices in your head, your thoughts appear through voices, through sounds, familiar sounds that you can, that you perceive again. Clairsentience is also known as the ones who are empaths. Empaths are super felt perception based. So they feel things and then they interpret those feelings. They start recognizing these feelings as meaning certain things. So, for example, I have some clairsentience. So when I feel a tingling at the top of my head, it's usually has to do with my guides coming through, my spirit guides, that is. Um, Sometimes when I'm manifesting, when I'm doing a manifestation and using the law of attraction, if you're familiar with that, I'll feel an openness in my heart. Clairsentient individuals really connect with feeling their chakras. Um, they can feel when their heart is opening. They can feel when their solar plexus, their sacral, root chakra, crown chakra, third eye. They feel sensations. They feel tingling. They can feel emotions. They can come across as emotions as well. Um, which one am I missing now? Clairvoyance, claircognizance, clairsentience. Um, well, I guess I can get into a little bit more about claircognizance, which is clear knowing. So that's kind of like when you go up to somebody and you just kind of know that they are a certain way. Um, in the beginning, it's a little bit tricky to perceive between what your perceptions are and what you're intuitively receiving. So I'm trying to think of a good way to recognize. Okay, perceptions are always going to be an emotion. Versus claircognizance, you can just walk. Like I also have claircognizance, and when I'm reading people's auras, for example, I just kind of go up to them, and initially I will know they are a certain color. I'll feel this knowing. And what I'll do personally is I'll validate that knowing through my clairsentience, which is feeling, and clairvoyance, which is the main one. Um, when you're reading auras, I guess, if you're looking at their colors, you would use your clairvoyance, because remember, clairvoyance is clear seeing. So that's where you're going to be able to see the colors. You're going to be able to interpret what those colors mean. You can interpret what those colors mean through claircognizance as well. But not everybody has all of the abilities. Can you develop all the abilities? Absolutely. Um, it takes practice, guys. Just like anything else, just like if you are a gymnast and you are practicing on the balance beam, that's one concentration of your focus. That's a skill that takes practice. So it's the same thing with developing spiritual abilities of this sort that I'm explaining. I'll get a little bit into the other abilities. Um, yeah, for example, again, like I said, in gymnastics is one example. There's many examples, but it's just another skill. So if you practice balance beam, you're going to be really good at balance beam, versus if you practice on floor exercise all the time, you're going to be more inclined towards um, doing well on that apparatus. Same thing with being quote unquote psychic. I'm not a big fan of that word psychic. Um, I feel like sometimes people use the word psychic to, if they say they're psychic, it's just like, okay, I know everything. And a lot of times the word psychic is used in business, which is totally okay. I'm not bashing anybody who uses that term. It's perfectly valid, and that's what people connect with. And especially when you're running a business, people who aren't awake, they're gonna connect with someone who says they're psychic, because that's entailing that they know things that you don't. But these spiritual abilities there's so much variety. Um, One way to know what spiritual ability you have is just think about the type of person you are. For example, somebody who is the type of person to see somebody who's hurting and kind of approach them and feel empathy for them and want to comfort them, those comforting types, those types of people who want to help and want to give to people, um, those people who really connect with the heart chakra, they will be more so geared towards being clairsentient and being empaths. Versus, for example, if you are the visual type, when you want to relax and when you're in your happy place and you close your eyes and you find yourself in a scenery, in a peaceful meadow, when you're really at peace, or in any sort of situation, when you close your eyes, and if you're more inclined towards seeing images, that will tell you that you're more inclined towards being clairvoyant, and that is your spiritual ability. Spiritual abilities aren't limited to these four clairs. Spiritual abilities you can come into this life with the ability to communicate, which is so valuable. If you perceive that your logical personality, for example, is helpful in your life, you can think of that as a spiritual ability, because every action that we take is a spiritual ability, because we are spiritual beings in nature. So any action that we take in this life experience is a spiritual act. So if you are more inclined towards a logical sort of job, a job where you're more cerebrally focused, if you come into life as a Virgo or something that will make you more inclined towards being more logical, that is a spiritual ability, because it will help you personally through your life experience. Okay, so just to recap, there's the four clairs: clairvoyance, claircognizance, clairsentience, and clairaudience. Clairvoyance, clear seeing. Clairsentience is clear feeling. Clairaudience is clear hearing, and claircognizance is clear knowing. Um, Everybody has these abilities. It's just about honing these skills, just like anything else. I hope my energy didn't bring anybody down today. I told you my nose is like super stuffy and I don't feel good today. Pollen is Nature is loud and proud today, and pollen pollen is all up in my business at the moment. So I'm just trying to breathe at the moment. Um, this is a really awkward position. If you guys, I'm like sitting on the ground and this computer is like sitting on the windowsill, and this is the only place where I have like good enough lighting. I hope you guys take something from this video and realize and step into your power and into your abilities so that you can utilize these to help you in your life. Knowing these abilities and knowing that you have them doesn't mean that you have to become like a psychic reader and like a mystic or something, you know. Just knowing that you have these abilities, you can use them as tools in your regular life. If you work in an office job and you know that you are claircognizant, you can use that to your advantage. You know, once you start honing these abilities, they help you in a variety of ways. Having these spiritual abilities is just another level of awareness. You'll find that once you are aware of everything, it's a burden to know everything, but once you know, you can use it. You'll have so many tools to live the life that you want to live. Sometimes people say ignorance is bliss. I don't believe in that, but it's definitely true for some people. Truth is subjective. So I'll leave it up to you guys if you want to discover your spiritual abilities and come into your abilities. It is your decision. It's your life. So you get to decide if you want to know about this stuff or if you don't. But assuming that you are this far into the video and you clicked on this video, that tells me that you're in a place in your life where this stuff is offered into your reality. So I would be willing to say that if you're watching this video, this is going to be useful for you, and honing these skills is going to be helpful for you personally in your life. So that's all I got to say today, guys. I'm not feeling so well. I hope you guys are feeling awesome. It's a beautiful day today. I wish that I could enjoy it as much as everybody else because it's a beautiful day, but I have really bad allergies. It's that season. Summer's coming though, and I can't wait for it. So anyways, guys, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Stay beautiful, stay positive, and I will see you next time.